Content warning. We will be addressing themes of abuse and suicide this episode. Viewer discretion is advised. If you ever find yourself feeling overwhelmed, please feel free to take a step back. Come back to the stream later if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, that is also understandable. Please do not make a big deal about it in the chat. Like, if you need to step out, just do so. If you guys make a big deal about it in the chat, then everybody starts panicking and getting really upset. So basically, if you feel upset, if you need to take some space for yourself, do so. It's all gonna be fine. Log While I was adding the final touches to the next scenario, everyone was settled down for Ezra's first book club. And surprisingly, he was very into it, offering up an in-depth criticism of The Great Gatsby. Not really something I'd expect from a jock, but I suppose it's important for humans to have multiple interests. But we had to move on to more important things.
Gatsby believed in the green light, the orgastic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow we will run faster, stretch out our arms farther. And one fine morning. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. And that's the book. That's where it...
Daisy Buchanan is a bitch!
Explain.
All of them were bitches. Let's start with Nick. Bitch. Thomas Buchanan, slight antagonist, definite bitch. Gatsby? Simp. And a bitch, but let's get into the story structure, right? Pretty typical, beginning, middle, and end as books generally do, but getting to those places, the conflict was just infuriating. Have these people never heard of communication in The Great Gatsby? Most, if not all, of these situations could have been handled with a couple of 2-minute conversations, 3 minutes at most. Why were we all made to root for Gatsby in the first place? What even is that? Why did Nick do all that shit? Matter of fact, don't even get me started. Nick, our audience medium, toppling what could become good plot points and excellent character development with impulsive actions and a lack of consideration for what would be morally incorrect. Rat out Tom's cheating. Stop trying to get your homie to hook up with your cousin. That's fucking weird, Nick. No, Junior, put your hand down. I know what you're gonna say, but Ezra, isn't the point that everyone's terrible? Abso-fucking-lutely, but then you frame it like we were on the moral high ground, as if we were the do-all good and nothing bad characters talking about, so we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. What does that even fucking mean? That's all fucking weird, You know what else is weird? Pixie Cut hasn't given me my story yet, and it's been fucking forever. Is this normal?
Yes.
Wow! The murder god promises something and then does not deliver. Who could have possibly foreseen?
Yeah, no, she's not really great at her job in the slightest.
That's how the ketchup packet does it, I guess.
I mean, it's only been 2 weeks? That's pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard. I mean, for instance, if I check my notes here... Has anyone seen my notes?
Oh, yeah, Grace. I think Thorn was using it for drawing paper before Percy gave him his sketchbook.
He was drawing a piggy.
I'm going to kill him.
Oh, can't you just let the kid play? It's not like you're actually using that notebook.
You're next.
Yeah.
Ladies, please, it's just a notebook.
Ooh, you're on the list.
Okay, folks. Hey, we got some time before the next scenario. Instead of us just being at each other's throats the whole time, I don't know, maybe this might be a good opportunity to get to know each other a little better.
I'm out.
Oh, but now everyone's not gonna be here.
Not. Just let him go. Give him his space.
Personally, I find that getting to know each other should come a little more naturally, through regular conversation.
This is regular. Icebreakers are regular. Alright, you first, Jock.
Shit, okay. Hi, I'm Ezra.
Hi,
Ezra. Don't do that. Fuck, where do I start? There's my brother, Ethan, 23, a bit of a hard ass, but an honest fella at heart.
Well, does ego run in the family then?
Yes, it does.
Actually, you said, before, that you felt like you didn't know your parents? Or at least one of them.
I mean, does anybody really know their parents?
Well, you could know your parents, and then you could find out things about them. Mine turned into a giant deer after trying to kill me, so...
Huh?
Ezra, continue.
Okay, my parents were, a hell of a pair. You know, the weirdest dynamic duo you've ever seen. You never realize just how much opposites, attract. My entire family, aunts, uncles, cousins, second cousins, everybody, military buffs. Everyone's enlisted at some point and served.
Oh, hey, that's a thing that you said once when you were, working at Olive Pardon?
Olive Pardon?
It's stupid. Forget about it.
No, okay. Well, I don't really remember a whole lot else. I mean, the Crane family comes from a big, old Irish line.
It is funny. I was thinking about this earlier, but I didn't... It wasn't a good time to bring it up, but a best friend of mine, my brother, his last name was Crane.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
What was your name again?
Vincent. Or do you...
Vincent.
Sorry, Vincent Marshall Reed. Have you really not heard my full name yet? Damn.
Holy fuck.
Oh, wait. Ezra. Dude, do you know who Vincent is?
Do I know who he is? Yeah, I know who he fucking is. Our families don't stop talking about you and Sam. Two brothers who died like martyrs. Your pictures are hanging in my house.
Hold on. Fucking what?
God, you must have so many questions. Oh, God. First of all, World War II. I don't know if you heard about it. Big fucking spill. That's okay. Your family definitely makes it through. Matter of fact, your kids fucking thrive. Our family is, and we meet with each other like twice a year to catch up. Fuck, dude, I got cousins with the name Reed. There's Vincent Gillian Reed. There's Daryl. There's Maverick. Zachariah Reed. We just call him Zachy though. He's like 6. We never found you. Have you really been here this long? Holy fuck. This is crazy. God, you don't look a day over 24. What the fuck? You also don't look nearly as excited as I feel like you should. What's up, man? This is good news. Isn't that the whole American dream thing you guys had at that time? That persistence and thriving? Your family lives on. What?
No.
What's up?
Kid. Why the fuck are you here?
I wish I knew. I don't know.
Oh, good! You're all on topic! I was worried I was gonna have to do a lot of lead, but you've all made this much easier for me.
Oh. Hey, Charlotte.
That's not my name!
Oh, you want to settle for ketchup, gremlin?
Oh, don't name it. He'll get attached.
No. I've named her now. I'm not fucking calling her Murder God. Her name is now Charlotte. Lottie for short.
No.
Oh, that's so cute!
Stop! That's not my name!
Yes, it is.
Stop! You're breaking the universe!
Yeah, that makes me really uncomfortable, and you know what? I feel weird calling her that. I'm just gonna keep calling her Miss M.
Great, good, I'm so glad. Anyway, listen, let's fucking focus. I'm trying to tell the story here.
Hi, excuse me. Yes, let's move away from the off-topic. It's been like a couple of weeks, and I'm not really one for cliffhangers. Can I know who I am, please?
Well, if you want to get technical, it both has and hasn't been a couple of weeks. Time doesn't really exist here, so, it's fine.
That's kind of dodging the question, though, isn't it?
Come on, Charles. Just
Stop it! That's not my fucking name!
I don't know. Charlie really rolls off the tongue.
Okay, fuck all of you. We're moving on. Damn it, now I have to awkwardly circle back to the topic of family! Cause, that's the theme of the episode! Yay! Yeah, it's fine. You shouldn't look too thrilled. No one ever is about this topic. So, let's just get on to Scenario 1. Awkward family reunion.
Unfortunately for Ezra, his family reunions weren't all good ones. I did my best to make the mood right, cooking up a proper picnic for everyone in the summer sun. I knew it wasn't going to be pretty, family reunions never are, but, well, I'll show you how the introductions went.
Okay, weird fucking scenario, Pixie Cut, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you really looked around, but there's only 2 of us here that are from the same family, just Vincent and me and... Mom?
Ezra, we've been through this? Call me Doctor. I am Dr. Joanna Crane.
Sorry, Doctor.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay, so the reflection.
Yes.
Right,
This is
right,
Ezra's mom.
Sorry.
Everyone meet Joanna Crane. Yay!
My
Hi,
God, you have let
Howdy.
yourself go.
I like to think that I've been staying in shape, I guess.
Staying in shape, that's... What sort of standards have you been living up to while I've been gone?
Suffice to say, the awkward family reunion turned into an awkward family disaster very quickly. Joanna Crane established her dominance immediately, and Ezra was quick to fall in line, not daring to stand up to her. That was tense enough, and unfortunately Vinny, Doc, and Grace did not make things any easier as they kept sabotaging all the family bonding events I had set up. Hugo and Haley tried to pull a positive from the mess by supporting Ezra. Well, they tried. Haley turning into an adorable velociraptor did make things a little complicated. But that was also dashed quickly as Doc and Joanna had an all-out argument on differences in scientific principles, broken up only by Ezra's pleading. Soon after that, Ezra punted a volleyball too hard, thus making the reunion a complete failure. And Joanna was quick to show her disappointment.
Oh, Ezra. I thought I taught you better.
It's a game of chance, Doctor. We don't really know who could be who in this.
Get real! Have you really subscribed yourself only to the basic mechanics of a game like this? Basic? Are you a fucking child?
Well, what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to be better! But I'm not even sure if you can be moderately adequate. Look around. If it wasn't obvious already, you could easily tell who was hiding something and who wasn't. Honestly, are you going to continue embarrassing yourself and me? Look at yourself. A few nobodies can get away with making you fail. Is that what you want, Ezra? Failure? Are you a fucking failure?
Alright, what the fuck is the matter with you? This is how you treat your child? My fucking nephew? You're not a mother. No, you're an animal handler posing as a mother, trying to tame him and control him like some kind of animal, but he isn't an animal, he's your fucking kid! You must have no fucking heart, or even an ounce of love in your soul, and if this is how you treat my brother's bloodline, then stand there, high and mighty, proud of what you've done to him, then you are a stain on my family!
Stop.
A stain.
That is what I fucking said.
Well, then the real issue seems to lie with the people you surround yourself with, Ezra. Don't think I didn't hear you raise your voice at me. So, let's take care of this problem. All 9 of them. Team settings never really were your thing. Excuse me. Take us somewhere open.
You can't tell me what to do.
I can tell anybody what to do.
Please, just do what she says.
Fine. Whatever you want, Ezra. Hello and welcome back to Discord Murder Party, a fun game night with friends where nothing bad happens, also known as the #1 trending TV show on DoesTheDogDie.com. This is Scenario 2, Rock'em Sock'em Super Soldiers. Alright!
Do you give names to all of your scenarios?
She does, actually.
Yeah.
Wow, even the deity in the room is rather pathetic.
You're really lucky that I need you for the story. At any rate, who's ready for the fight of a lifetime? This Sunday, 2 teams will duke it out in front of a live audience in one extremely bitchy reflection. Fists will fly and soldiers will be super, so don't turn that dial as we get ready to rumble!
Miss Emma, I don't mean to interrupt your little spiel there, but who exactly are the teams here?
Teams? If it wasn't already obvious to you, Ezra doesn't need a team.
What?
Ezra, you're going to fight them.
They didn't do anything wrong.
Has that stopped you before? And from the way I see it, they've been distracting you, hindering you, and frankly, need to be dealt with. You will sever this connection immediately.
Okay.
Yes, Doctor.
Fight! Ding ding ding!
Ding ding ding. You didn't even get a boxing ring noise?
It's fun if I do it with my mouth! Shut up and focus on the fucking game! Use your son like a Pokemon! That's what you're doing, right? Fuck you!
Let's not encourage that.
I miss Kate.
Ezra, you're first.
Okay, I'm gonna go after Junior. Yeah.
What? No, I beg your pardon?
I'm going after Junior. He's the toughest one in the room.
No, you are not. Look at what is laid out in front of you. Take care of the weak one first.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm gonna go after Tommy first.
That's right.
I'm gonna punch you in the chest, right?
Okay.
Tommy, make a roll. Okay! Well, that's 6 versus 1. Okay, you, punch Tommy across the fucking ring. Bam!
Okay. Cool. Good, right?
Yeah, he's out.
Not like Pokemon at all.
No, not like Pokemon at all.
You alright?
Tommy, yeah, I'd say that's all of your HP out. I'd say you're KO'd. Hop out of the ring, man. You're good. You're done.
KO'd?
Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, not
Get
out.
some water.
It's boxing.
Yeah.
Finish the job, Ezra.
What, you want me to kill him?
Did I stutter?
No. Killing is... That's fucked up. That's where I draw the line.
The line? You draw the line? I didn't know you had that capability. Oh wait, you don't. I call the shots. And if I say finish him, then I mean it. Or are you a coward, John?
Oh,
Fuck
it.
She said the J word.
Oh no.
That is no.
I'm
Finish it.
I'm sorry, Tommy.
Oh dear. So that was bad news, Bears. It was Ezra versus everyone else, but despite his strength, the Awakened were too much of a match for him. A few were killed, but the more he fought, the more distressed he became, and he was further disrupted when he began to cough up a familiar black gunk. He was overpowered, defeated. And as for Joanna Crane, well, we've established a pattern with her, haven't we? She was furious and determined to let Ezra know it. It was cruel, but, well, every Awakened story is a bit cruel, isn't it?
Don't touch me! I can get back up. I can...
You're okay. You're okay. You can get up.
I can get back up. Just...
You did great, Ezra.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you've killed 5. And in a normal scenario, perhaps that would be passing, but I'm not looking for passing. So, you always fall short, don't you? Every time.
Let me try again. I can do it, just let me try again.
Trying was never enough. You can try as much as you want, but you never do enough. I spent a lot of time on Ezra. 17 years of it.
17 years. Doctor, I'm 20.
17 very long years. And at every turn, you were never good enough. I put every single bit of effort into you, and what do I get in return? Nothing.
I did everything you told me to do.
And yet?
I wasn't good enough.
Right. Maybe if you weren't so reckless, you might have become something. Shame.
Reckless? Reckless? What do you mean? The house was on fire, you were still inside, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
Don't raise your voice at me! Do you understand what you've thrown away? Did you want to die? Throw out everything I've done?
But I didn't! I didn't die. I'm still here.
Spare me the drama. You might as well not be here. You want to die like a martyr. You could until you enlisted, and even then, it would be a waste of time. You are history in the making. But like everything, it dies. Once again, history repeats itself. And you know, we could try again. We could go over it millions of times. And no matter what, you would fail. You always do.
No, please. Please, 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 just let me do it again. Murder God, start up the scenario again, change the space, fuck it, I don't care, just let me do it again. I can still win, please. I can change. Doctor? Mom?
Hey, buddy.
Deep breaths.
Okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Come on, man.
It's gonna be okay.
I'm here for you, man.
Come on, take my hand. Take my hand.
Why can't I get up? I can't get up.
What do you mean?
Why?
What do you mean?
I can't get up. Why can't I move my legs?
What?
Because they haven't worked for 3 years. Come on. Let me tell you the story of Ezra Crane. You were born perfect. If I were speaking of anyone else, that would be hyperbole. But we both know that that's not the case for you. Your mother, Joanna, she was in the business of surpassing limits. Unfortunately, the subject of genetic engineering is lined with caution tape and regulations. You can get away with a lot when you've got a lab in the basement. After producing one son the old-fashioned way, as a control group of sorts, Dr. Crane began what she hoped would be her greatest achievement. A perfect child with enhanced durability, strength, IQ, a creation made to surpass limits. You were a year's worth of careful planning, research, and strange, unauthorized test tube chemicals. Finally, on April 4th, 2026, you were born. Within weeks, you were walking and talking, adapting to everything put in front of you with ease. By the time you got to school age, you were really something special.
God, what didn't I do in school? I was set to become valedictorian. And I had piles and piles of fucking sports scholarships and emails just practically begging me to go to their schools.
Correct. But that was never enough for your mom, was it?
No. It never was. There was always a bigger step after the last. It felt like I just had to keep moving, and sometimes...
Sometimes you fell behind.
Yeah. God, and the shit she'd do because of it. Staying under ice baths for minutes at a time, and staying in borderline scorching sun as it was either freezing or cooking. Most people can't handle that kind of stuff, but she said I could, and I did.
That doesn't make it okay.
I can bounce back. I always do.
Yeah, I suppose you do. But there was more to training than that. Military-level workouts by the 4th grade, high school-level studies for you to pore over after you were already physically exhausted. Every moment was dedicated to your progress, to the point where there was room for nothing else. No close friends, no close family. Even your own brother was kept away from you. If there was anyone else in the room, it was only for comparison.
That was always the goal. She would say, be the best person in the room, then be better. That alone got me into a fair share of fights, but it was all part of training.
Training for what?
War.
Right. On July 4th, 2042, World War III began. No one could agree on who started it, but I suppose that doesn't matter so much to the people who were drafted. Your father and brother were both called, and 3 months later only your brother returned. Losing a parent is never easy, but of course your mother had a way of twisting it. The Cranes had always been soldiers after all, and a hero's death is a good one. Your father was gone and your brother had proven lesser. But you would be better than any of them. You would be the ultimate soldier, the crown jewel of the family legacy. All you had to do was prepare for it.
It was all about them. About Vincent Marshall Reed and Samuel Jonathan Crane, you know? The next 2 years of my life were planned to train even harder so that I can enlist when I turned 18, but
you never made it that far. April 7th, 2043, a bomb was dropped on Staten Island. It shook the entire state and it collapsed the cities around it. Brooklyn burned. Your home was engulfed in flames, your mother and brother were trapped inside. They were all you had left in the world. And of course, you cut them out, even if it came at a price.
I had to save them. If I couldn't save them, how was I supposed to serve?
Well, you couldn't have both. The roof collapsed. When you came to, the doctors gave you the news.
I'd never walk again.
Right. Things kind of blur at that point. You got some visits, some acquaintances, your calculus teacher. Your brother came around a lot. Makes sense. You did save his life. Your mother, however, was nowhere to be seen. You recovered in a hospital room mostly on your own, made your way through 6 months of physical therapy and learned to use a wheelchair.
Funny enough, the first day they brought that in, I threw it into the hallway. I was so sure that I'd get up and walk in again on my own, no matter what. Eventually, I had to come to terms with what happened.
Which meant you had to think about your mom.
For a while, I was wondering if my mother actually died, and my brother was just trying to soften the news as time went on.
But she didn't. And 1 week before you were set to be released, she showed up in your hospital room.
I mean, you saw how that went down. The way she looked at me, the way she spoke to me. It wasn't the usual just hard-ass behavior that I got from her. There was a gentle and bitter rage. And then I never saw her again. Just like that, she was gone.
It hurt, but you had to move on. All you'd wanted to do was enlist, but after the accident, the military wouldn't take you. With nowhere else to go, you moved in with your brother.
You'd think throwing two people with superiority and inferiority issues in a room would work out. Yeah, our relationship was rocky. He longed for what I had, but he didn't know a single fucking thing about it. He didn't know the cost of it all.
And you felt like you were costing him a lot. It'd be hard not to feel that way. He was 20, his life had barely gotten started, and here you were, unable to do, well, most of what you'd used to been able to do by yourself.
I tried to do anything that I could to help. We had to find an apartment with Dad gone and the Mom out of the picture. It's not exactly easy for someone like me to find work. It wasn't enough.
Of course it wasn't. You were supposed to be the best person in the room, and now you never would be again. It didn't matter that there were other options. Prosthetics to help you walk, a therapist to help your dwindling mental state. You never needed help before. Who were you to ask it now?
Funny to assume that I even know how to ask.
Yeah, so you didn't. The world was ending all around you, and all you could do was sit in your room.
I got so tired of sitting.
Yeah. So you got some pills.
Took them, and then waited.
And I was there.
How did that whole conversation happen again?
I don't really... Well, let me show you. Well... This seems like a waste. Don't you think?
How did you get into my room?
A petty detail for a god. I'm sure your answers will be much more interesting. How are those pills treating you?
Well, none yet. Why do you care?
Because that's with all the window shopping you did, I'm surprised this is what you went with. There are quicker options, though I wouldn't recommend any of them. Regret always sets in about halfway down.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, it's a little hard to kick a chair out from under me or jump off a cliff.
Alright, fair point. Still, this is a pretty sorry ending for someone like you.
Are you some kind of inner demon trying to get the last word in or something? God, my head hurts.
My apologies. Let me fix that.
What the fuck?
Ta-da! True health starts with your inner demon or whatever. Ooh. Looks like you solved your Rubik's Cube. You're a smart one.
Put my shit down.
Why? You were about to shed off the mortal coil anyway.
Are you death?
Not quite.
Grim Reaper?
No.
Satan?
Please, I have class.
God?
I mean, I'm a god, so that's a start. We'll go with Murder God for now.
Wow. You came right out of a 2012 creepypasta. Jesus.
Wow! You're sassing someone who can literally turn you inside out with a finger snap! How very big of you.
Is that one of the faster options you're talking about?
No, but also I don't think any of those options are actually what you want. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Okay. Well, do you mind if I die first and then you take my soul to whatever place, play a little game of chess, maybe, I don't know, then talk?
Be honest with yourself. Do you really want to die?
I'm just tired.
Yeah. It's exhausting, isn't it? Being human. Especially being you, carrying so much potential on those shoulders. A shame to waste that.
God, you sound just like my mother.
I mean, she had her points, didn't she? You were meant to be everything. The best in the room. And now, here we are.
Can you just get on with what you wanted to say? Unless this is what you wanted to say, in that case, just go ahead and push me down the fucking stairs while you're at it. Yeah?
What if I told you you could have all that potential back? That it's not too late? That there's another option?
I'm not looking for prosthetics.
You're speaking to a god. Think a little bit bigger, sweetie. I can offer you whatever you desire. Any want, any wish. You could walk again with your own 2 feet.
Any wish?
Any wish. Not for free, of course, but anything your heart desires.
I've seen enough shit to know how this goes. What's the catch? What's your price?
Oh, nothing much. I mean, your soul, but, you know. You were planning on giving that up anyway, and it's more of a loan. I have this little show I run. It's kind of a murder mystery. All you have to do is play your part, do a little bloodshed, again, in a show, so it's not like it's permanent or anything. And eventually your debt's paid and you come back to the real world.
So it isn't permanent?
Nope. Well, whatever you wish for will be permanent, but the price? Well, a debt's a debt, and this one, fortunately, doesn't come with an interest rate or anything. I'm just borrowing your soul for a little bit in exchange for whatever your heart desires. That's not much, right?
So, you have a murder mystery show and what? You need actors? Characters?
Yeah, basically.
And if I do that for a little bit, I can have whatever I want when I come back.
That's right.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, that seems fair. Time for time, eye for an eye, okay? What do I do next?
Well, just tell me your wish, and then we can proceed from there.
That's a hell of a question. I wouldn't be in this situation if she wasn't proud of me. You know, legs or not. I just want her to be proud of me. That's my wish. Where do I sign?
Oh, no need to sign anything. Just take my hand and tell me your name.
That doesn't sound legally binding.
It's adorable how you think human laws apply here. Your name?
Ezra Samuel Crane.
Oh, that's funny.
What is?
Oh, it's just familiar, that's all. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit. It was that easy, huh? For this? I sold my soul for that? What? Did you need some kind of sob story to throw into your little game? Is that what this is?
Well, yes, I did. My thing is stories, and yours was, well, it hit my whole thing at the time.
Why did you stop me? You should have just let me die.
No, that would have been a waste. And you didn't want to die anyway, not really.
No! You just let me sell my soul for someone who didn't even want me in the first place? Why the fuck would she? You heard it. They heard it. I was reckless. Wasteful, flushing years and years down the drain for what? To play hero? I'm nothing. Worthless. All I did was waste time. I'm a fucking parasite. I deserve it. I deserve to be here and endure this.
No. You don't deserve to be here because you didn't need to make that wish in the first place. Even a god can't force a person to feel a certain way. I could give you your legs back and your house and your life, and it still would never be enough for her.
So I wasted my wish?
Not necessarily. There's still more to this story, but come on, look at me. Come on. It's not really my story to tell. Here, read this.
Man of simple jobs, never needing anything fancy. A day's work and a nice drink was enough to get by for John Smith. This is mine.
Yeah, it's yours. It's pretty good, actually. Turns out you're decent at writing a sympathetic everyman. And that's not all you're good at. Come on, there's more.
Okay, there's the silver speaker. that's an old one.
That is an old one. I barely remember that one, to be honest.
Eli and and then there's Squibble.
Oh, Grace hates that one. I should warn you. She absolutely hates that one.
God, she saw that?
Oh my goodness, you have no idea.
Oh no. Oh my god, what the fuck was Big Brain?
You know, I've been trying to. I was hoping I'd get an answer from you at some point. Do you not have an answer for Big Brain?
Dude, if I'm completely honest with you, I was high as shit at 3 a.m. writing that one.
It all makes sense now. I see.
I can't. I can't. Shit. I guess I was a writer, huh?
You are a writer, Ezra. Sure, a lot of things, actually. Amazing what you can do once you actually have free time. You learned to play a couple instruments, you got pretty into video games, you had friends. You found whole worlds inside a screen, things you'd never even been able to touch before. You found pieces of what makes you Ezra Crane. Not an experiment or a super soldier or some problem for your brother. Just you.
Why did I throw that away?
It's easy to get caught up in your head. I know, it's so easy to get caught up in your head. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and like you're not enough. Especially when you've been told that your whole life. You want that approval you never got, and barring that, you want it out. But as long as you're still somewhere, you have a chance to find your own approval. So, I don't know, maybe that's why you're here. I can't really answer that part.
I didn't want to die. I wanted to live, and I was living, I just didn't see it that way.
Well, everyone needs a wake-up call sometimes. I'm glad you made the wish. I'm glad you were still willing to want something.
Well, to be fair, I did kind of think I was humoring a hallucination at first.
I think I'm a very well-spoken hallucination, thank you very much.
Can I make a new wish?
No, your wish is kind of already done.
I wish for 3 wishes.
You can't wish for 3 wishes.
I wish I could.
I'm not a fucking genie, Ezra, what the fuck?
So, what happens now?
Good question. I'm not entirely sure how to end things on a positive note.
You have a formula, don't you? Come on, you're a writer.
I mean, right, but I'm trying to break out of things a little bit. Like, I've been doing a thing for a while, and I'm trying to change it up. I guess one more won't hurt anything. Let's see. You have your backstory. We've completed an arc here. Fuck, you need a title. Let's see.
Oh, titles. Okay. Ezra Samuel Crane?
No. That's not a title. That's just
Strongman?
No, what?
What about Atlas?
No, the Atlas is a
Maybe.
weird name.
Okay, hear me out on this one. Maybe like an analogy or like a pun on paraplegic.
We will give you the writer.
I can settle on the writer.
Excellent. I suppose we'll consider this matter concluded, shall we? Let's go meet everyone back at the lounge.
It was rough to be made for a purpose and then thrown away when broken. But I think, I don't know, maybe I helped a little bit. I reminded him that John wasn't something to spite. John was Ezra's creation, something he could be proud of. This was all new to me. A new writing style, a new portrayal. But you know, I kinda like it. Ezra wasn't happy per se, but it seemed like he had made peace with his demons. And telling a story doesn't fix the problem immediately, but then that would erase the purpose of there being a story at all. For Ezra, this is the beginning of a new tale. And Vincent and the Awakened were there to assure him that they'd be there every step of the way. But unfortunately, none of us had time to celebrate.
Okay, so here we are. The lounge should be wheelchair accessible, so, just kind of here, that's a thing. Here, have a drink.
Is it normal for my stomach to hurt this much? Is that anxiety?
Yes. Are you sure you don't at least want a hot chocolate?
I will take the hot chocky. Thank you.
I'll get it for you, man. Thanks, Emmy.
That's not my fucking name.
God damn, Ezra. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry that you had to go through all of that depression and, it hurts a lot. Ezra, I just want to let you know, you ain't alone, and you ain't gotta be alone. Here, let me just give you a hug, okay?
Whoa.
There you go. There you go, big guy. There you go, Jack.
Okay. I just don't really want to think about it. Or her. Fuck it. I've been without her for 3 years. I'm better off.
Yeah, I get you.
Well, if it goes for anything, you guys finally met my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your story. Congratulations.
You're much better without her. Besides, you got a real family anyway.
Come on. I'm not really one for that found family type of thing.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about us. You say our family has been focusing on me and Sam, well, that means you are in my family. She's not part of it, and I am fucking proud of you.
Yeah, man. We understand. Nope, here's your hot chocolate. And hey, we're here for you when you need to talk, okay? You okay with another hug?
I'd like that a lot.
All right, everybody, group hug.
Whoa, hold on.
Hey, look at that big guy.
We're doing this. Come on.
Oh, why not?
There you go.
I'm sorry you had to go through that awful day, Ezra. Sometimes we're just forced to suffer at the hands of those we know and who we really should love, but it's just hard. You're very strong without her, Ezra. You're a wonderful man.
Thanks, Val.
Hey, Doc, you doing okay over there? Doc?
We did hit on some unfortunate topics there. Tell you what, I'll leave you guys to unpack all that. So... Oh, no.
What the fuck was that?
Everyone close your eyes.
What?
Wait, what was that?
No.
God damn it! What do you away? What do you think you're doing? You can't do this shit!
What the?
Fucking stop! Stop! I thought you were supposed to be smart, BOOOOOY! If you want to have a conversation, then you'll have to take a form my cast can be in the same room as for a goddamn minute!
Foolish is the jailer that cares for its captives. It is irrelevant what form I take. It matters not if it's a minute or the next 5.
And what about the show, I can't imagine she'll be happy if you wreck all of my hard work.
Your hard work? Yes. And what of my work, Fate? What of my experiment? Your blatant insubordination in the face of machinations you know not to cross the boundaries of?
Experiment? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Listen, let's take this somewhere private. Your presence is hurting my cast.
Ah, deflection. A child's tactic, but altogether fitting for the situation you find yourself in. You know full well that you wrongfully interfered with my work, claiming my subject as your own. Naughty, naughty.
Listen, your subject, please. Ezra's contract is with me. He made a wish. I answered. The ink's been dry for eons.
Irrelevant. He was mine before he was born, before he whispered his want upon the wind. He was mine the moment his mother instilled my ichor into his veins. Even something as naked and nameless as you can understand the right of ownership, child.
Ownership? Come on, mind. You're getting your little rat tail in a twist about me digging through your garbage. You discarded him the second he lost his legs. I don't see what you're so mad about when I'm just recycling. It's not my fault you wasted a perfectly good soul.
How fitting that an infant can so exceedingly fail to grasp the deeper plots and preparations beyond that which is simply visible to the waking mind. Is this a bold assumption or simple foolishness that led you to believe his use to my work was fulfilled?
Your work? I wasn't aware that you were the one who was supposed to be making the decisions. Last I checked, your duties stopped at data collection and blueprints.
How could one barely capable of basic function claim to understand the extent of my work and its purpose? The designs of the magnum opus reach beyond anything you have gleaned in your minuscule existence compared to that of your kin.
You're a pencil pusher, BOOOOOY. Yes, you've made some systems and advanced civilization and all that, but civilization is worthless without story to give it meaning. People have to live and die in your functions. Everything you do is pointless without me.
Cease this puerile prattling, lest I teach you the consequences of your inane futility.
Uh-huh. Yeah, your little rat arms are real threatening. I'm stronger now. I think I can take you. Also, are you listening to yourself? I have to say, as a writer, the way you fuck your thesaurus is really something else. Like, I'll admit my prose can get flowery, but you should probably leave the words to someone who actually knows how to write.
Fetus! Indignant, insubordinate, and inconsequential. Your pathetic insults do little more than whittle away at the scant patience I have granted you. Every age and turning of the cosmos I have spent in my research, yielding knowledge immeasurable to the playthings you have hoarded for your little menagerie of theatrical tragedy. I will admit to one thing that has thus far eluded my grasps. Why is it she thinks you are so special? All your time in incubation spent on repeated failures, proving your inability to fulfill even the most basic of the tasks you were assigned. You lapse into the same old dull routines and habits unfitting for one of our ilk. Every ounce of power and potential you have channeled for yourself rendered worthless and wasted by a bleeding heart.
Pet, the plan calls for bloodshed. So where does that leave you? All the knowledge in the universe, and it's worthless without me. You talk awful big for someone who's just another cog in the machine.
I am the mind-giving revelation. I exist ubiquitously throughout the prying minds of men. I am every sewer and subway tunnel that winds intriguingly beneath the skin of mortal civilization. The great conduit wherein all fragments of myself skitter in that deep metaphysical darkness of the psyche. All may look upon my experiments. All feed the great work.
Yes, the great work. The thing that we're all working toward. I love it. It's a shame your little experiment wasn't actually part of it.
What exactly is it you are inferring?
Oh, nothing much, just, you know, I couldn't help but notice. Old Joanna Crane, she was excommunicated from your church years ago. Something about how her work was for her and not for the service to the black stars in the sky. Weird how, in spite of that, she still got her hands on some of that old forbidden alchemy. Almost like someone was hoping to keep her work under the table.
A tawdry accusation? You tread on dangerous grounds, Fate. Even if such musings were true, do you think I can be held liable when you have enacted the same?
True, but like you said, I'm a child. There's a certain leniency there. It's surprising to me that as an adult, as knowledgeable and well-respected as you, that you would sink to my level. I'm sure Mother will be just thrilled. How about you put me down now? I'd hate for her to hear about how you broke my fucking jaw on camera. I still have a job to do, after all.
Very well, Fate. Consider this matter stalemate for now. But know that your inevitable failure is written in the hidden patterns of existence. While you may be ordained untouchable, I needn't remind you how little it takes for the favored child to become a prodigal daughter. And then, when you are no more than a wastrel with her toys and neat little rows, I will return to harvest what little exists of you to use in my experiments. The same to each and every one of your playthings. Her eyes, his hands, their heart. They are all parts. Especially him.
Get out!
Equivalent exchange, my little spawnling. The great work collects its dues.
Is everyone okay?
We look okay. Alright, easy there, Val. Come on. 1, 2, 3,
8, 9, 10. 10. Okay, there's 10. There's 10. You're all still here. You're all still here.
Junior. What the hell was that?
You've got to be kidding me. There's another one.
Oh,
Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Are you okay?
Yeah, of course I'm fine.
I'm
fine. I'll heal. It's fine. This is normal. It's normal. It's okay. It's happened before. It's fine. Fuck.
Hold on.
Normal?
Hold on just a fucking minute. What did he mean, his experiment? His ichor. My mother excommunicated from the church. What church? What the fuck? Why was he claiming me as his experiment? What the fuck is going on?
I guess you're... Fuck, I can't... I really can't talk right now. I need a minute. I'm sorry. None of you were supposed to see that. Or not see that. You weren't even supposed to look at it. I'm sorry. I thought I could beat him. I thought after everything I'd be stronger. I don't... Fuck. I'll be back soon, okay? Yeah, just give me a minute.
So I can admit that was bad. Really bad. Previous encounters with my family, I guess you'd call them, were at least kept private. Getting smashed into a wall is generally a bad look when you're trying to maintain the illusion of control. But go figure, BOOOOOY has never had much respect for anyone else's work. And that makes things... complicated. I know it sounds stupid, it's not like they were ever completely safe per se, but I'd hoped I could at least shield the Awakened from... well, that doesn't really matter now, does it? There's no such thing as a good option with the Black Stars. But, you know, the Awakened still make me want to try. Isn't that silly? The god of murder wants to try something different. Ridiculous. But what else can I do?